Hey guys, Tyler McLay here of McLay Realty Group. I'm here with my good friend Alan of CENTRICITY, and this is one of the most exciting projects I think we've had come to the downtown core in some time. So thanks, Alan. Thanks so much for sitting with me.
Thanks for coming.
This is awesome. So I guess the first question on everyone's mind now with the, COVID coming to an end, we're back to fundamentals. So the fundamentals that support growth, one of those major factors of a good investment is location. Can you jump in and tell us a little bit about what makes this location so valuable?
Absolutely. So we're right in the heart of downtown Toronto, at the corner of Church and Dundas, right? We have access, to the best schools, best healthcare, and the best jobs, all within a couple of minutes from us. In fact, if you go on Google Maps, look up downtown Toronto, you zoom right into the center, that's going to take you to Yonge Dundas Square, which is just steps from our door.
Isn't
right
that
here.
Cool?
Right?
So even Google agrees. We are downtown core.
Not just downtown, we're in the center of downtown, right? This is where everything is, right? You have access to all the amenities you need right at your doorstep.
Hence the name, CENTRICITY, Central City.
Center of the city.
Great definition.
You got it.
So in terms of interest rates and where we're at right now, going forward, your future vision, and I'm sure similar, Greywood would support what you have to say here in terms of interest rates, but what's happening, where are we headed, and what makes pre-construction a good option?
Well, without, deep diving in, I'm not an economist, without deep diving into the interest rates, we know that buying pre-construction is, you're not worried about the current interest rate environment, right? We're talking taking occupancy 4 years down the line. It's gonna be a completely different world. But one thing we gotta be careful about too, even in this conversation, is that we don't feed into the narrative that interest rates are high, because they're not, right? We're just not gonna see the free money we got the last couple of years.
It's all relative, right?
It is all relative. Like the last 5-year rate I looked at, 5-year fix, it's under 4.5%. That's not high by any means. It's not the 19, 20% that our parents had to deal with.
Right.
This is a completely different world. We're just normalizing. These rates are still quite good.
I agree.
Right?
I agree,
And
100%.
another thing that we're seeing too is that, obviously with the rapid increase of rates in the past couple of months, it has eroded purchasing power from a lot of investors that were on the margins.
Sure.
But, savvy, experienced investors are still buying. They're seeing opportunity right now, particularly in AAA downtown locations like the one we have right here. We're seeing it every day at Centricity. People are coming in, they're buying, they're still moving forward with their investment strategies, and it makes a lot of sense.
Right, as we said, back to the fundamentals, right? So on that note, speaking to investors, can you talk to us a little bit about the rental potential in this building and what that's going to look like going forward? I know we don't have a crystal ball, but our best guess, who's living here, demographics, and what the rental profile is going to look like.
We can talk about what's happening right now, right?
Sure.
Across the GTA, rents have been skyrocketing, but the most is happening in the downtown core. We're about $1 per square foot more than any other submarket in the GTA, higher than North York, higher than Midtown. And there's a reason for that. There is a fundamental demand to be in the center of the city. With the record immigration that we had last year, this year, next year, and the coming years.
Aggressive.
It is aggressive, and that's gonna fuel that demand. It's gonna continue to fuel that demand. And for us to be in the center of that, center of downtown where, the new immigration, they're gonna wanna be here where they're familiarizing themselves with the city. We're gonna have people returning to work. They're gonna wanna be in the middle of the city, right? Students coming back, they're gonna wanna be in the middle of the city,
100%.
right? And as we're talking about student population, we're right on campus at TMU, right? So outside our doors, 46,000 students with only 1,700 on-campus beds. You have an instant and guaranteed tenant pool right at your doorstep.
It's pretty clear numbers, right? The stats speak.
That's right.
Very loudly. Yeah, no, it's incredible. And in terms of Greywood as a developer, as a builder in this market, and recently there's been some stories of developers not following through and losing financing. Can you just speak to the strength of Greywood as a developer?
And that's a great point, and that is something that is on top of people's minds. In the past couple of years, there have been a lot of new developers that came out of the woodworks. They're promising lots
just like
of good
realtors,
things.
right?
Yeah, just like
everywhere.
realtors. They're just popping up everywhere. And,
Sure.
but you have to ask yourself, what's their track record? What's their history? What have they done? If I want to go see a building that they built 15, 20 years ago, can I go see that? Right? At Greywood, we've been developing for nearly 40 years. We've delivered over 31,000 units, and we currently have more than 6,000 units in various levels of development. So
congratulations on that.
It's huge. It is huge, and that's something you want to look for. You want to see that strength, that not only do we have a track record, we're still very active. So we're going to bring a lot more to the market in the future as well.
Incredible. No, I'm super thrilled to be here. I guess the overlying theme of this conversation is fundamentals, right? Getting back to the fundamentals of location, good developer, rental potential, and suite mix as well. I mean, I really love the suite mix and functionality of the design here, right? I know there's a lot of conversation that suites are getting smaller and smaller in the city of Toronto, but it comes down to the design and the functionality. Do you want to speak to that at all?
Yeah, I mean, with our suite mix, with our unit layouts, we've really maximized the efficiency of every single unit. If you look at our typical tower, it's a perfect rectangle all the way up, right? So you got a perfect square, basically. And what we're gonna have is, we don't have any weird angles, there's no curves, you're not gonna get those columns running up your living space.
Right.
Maximize every square footage. Another great thing too is we're gonna have balconies on the north and the south side, full balconies. On the east and the west, we're gonna have Juliet balconies. So you're gonna have lots of natural light.
That's beautiful, because we're losing a lot of that. A lot of the new projects that we're seeing, balconies are an afterthought or just
They just can't do it.
Realistic.
They just can't do it. With setbacks or whatever it might be, you just can't do it, right? And when we're talking about natural light too, if you look in our typical tower, we have no interior bedrooms. That means that there's no bedroom that's kind of tucked away inside with a sliding door.
Awesome.
All of our bedrooms are gonna have windows.
So even entry-level options are well designed to function as they should.
Livable spaces.
Right. No one's getting the short end of the stick, if you will. Everyone's getting everything you'd want in a high-end downtown core build.
You got it.
And yeah, I know myself and our team is super excited about this. We're still working with a ton of clients on this. The investors are excited about it. We're excited about it. So, Alan, I can't thank you enough for your time. I know you're a busy guy and just managing the insatiable demand that's evident here at Centricity. So, thank you.
Thank you, Tyler. Always a pleasure.
And to the viewers, guys, if you want to learn more about Centricity by Greywood, feel free to reach out directly to myself or a member of my team. We've got all the assets that you need. We've got pricing, floor plans, some pretty sexy incentives that are being offered exclusively to our group. So if there's anything you need to know, you know how to get a hold of us, tylermclay.com. We look forward to touring you through the presentation gallery. Thanks so much.